If God did it for me when I had absolutely nothing, the only thing I had was the clothes on my back. If God did it for me, what makes you think he won't do it for you?
Dresses the lilies with beauty and splendor.
Listen, there have been so many times in my life where things would just work out for me. Literally, like the pieces would just fall exactly where they were supposed to. And now that God has given me the wisdom and the discernment, I'm able to see that it was just him being a good father. Being the good dad that he is, he was always there to pick me up when I fell. He was always there to pick up the bill when I didn't have it. Listen, this may be your testimony too. When I was younger, like 2021, when I was like a freshman in college and stuff like that, I did not have a good relationship with my mom. Like as I got older into my teenage years and into my like young adult years, it kind of, I would say, got worse and worse. We would always argue and just not really like understand each other. And I've always wanted to go away for college, but our relationship like made me like want to go away even more. Like everything I was thinking about was like leaving home, and I really wanted to go away to college. And I had a certain school that I wanted to go to, but that opportunity fell through. It wasn't for me. And so my previous track coach had called me and said, hey, there's this coach in Kansas and he wants to give you a full ride. He wants, you to run for him, whatever like that. And I was like, Kansas? No, I still have my heart set on going to HBCU, like, And if you know me, I'm determined, I'm persistent. So like if I have a picture set in my mind, like that's what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. And that works out for me about 99% of the time when I'm in God's will and when I'm not being stubborn. And so I kind of like said no, didn't want that opportunity. But a couple months later, I was like, you know what, let me give this coach a call because I was tired of being home. I was tired in the situation that I was in, and I knew I needed to be out of that environment like quick, fast, and in a hurry. Seriously, like it was not a good environment for me. I was going in circles. I was doing the same exact thing that was literally hurting me. I needed help and I needed to get out. And I felt like in order to get out, I needed a new environment. So I gave that coach a call and he was willing and ready. He was like, absolutely, like, here's the application. I'm ready. I still want you. And the funny thing is, listen, if it's God's will, it's going to happen for you. Whatever God has for you is for you. So I was honest with him too, because at that point I was actually injured. I had injured my foot, almost like tore a ligament in my foot. So I was wearing a boot at that time. Imagine accepting a verbal offer from a track coach while you're in a boot, while you're hurt. God, right? And so I told him, I was upfront with him. I said, just to be honest right now, I'm in a boot. I've been in this boot for about like 3 months now. So my recovery time is coming to an end, but I just want to let you know that I'm in a boot. And he was like, okay, no problem. And so I filled out the application. Like he had already sent me my offer letter and everything like that. And mind you, I am so excited because this is the first time that like I filled out an application for like a university. Before that, I was at a community college. And so this is the first time I filled out an application for university. This is the first time I've ever got my offer letter, like with real numbers. And I was so excited. And I showed someone my offer letter and my acceptance, and they were like, oh, that's just a formality. And see, that's what the enemy does sometimes. Like he likes to downplay, or he likes to make you think what God is doing in your life is no big deal. But don't allow him to. You celebrate what God is doing in your life by your own self, or find that one person that you know that God has put in your life that rejoices with you, and rejoice over every single thing that God has done in your life. Anyway, let me not get sidetracked. So I don't want to make this story too long, but I ended up getting my offer letter and everything like that. So I was supposed to transfer and literally move my life from California, Los Angeles, California, to Kansas in January. And I didn't even get to visit the school. The only person who I knew was the coach and one other team. And I didn't have anything. I didn't like nothing. Like I didn't like this wasn't planned. This was very like abrupt. Like, hey, you're moving. Like in less than like 3-4 weeks. Like this is it, and this is exactly what I wanted. But I was like, Lord, I don't have anything. Like, I only have these California clothes. I don't have like my hygiene essentials, bed sheets, all that type of stuff. Like, I didn't have anything. Listen, again, God will make a way. If it's for you, it is for you. So I ended up getting the plane ticket from someone who I was not supposed to get the plane ticket from anyway. And the plane ticket actually had me scheduled for arrival like the second day of the second semester. And my previous pastor and first lady, they were like, no, like you're transferring. We don't need you to be late. Like you need to be there early. And so I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. And they're like, no, you need to be there early. He got on the phone and paid the transfer, like the change fee, in order to get me there early. So not only was my ticket now covered, mind you, I left around winter time. And so like Christmas was coming up and everything like that. Well, when Christmas came around, my aunt gave me, and this may not seem big, but it was big to me at the time. It's big to me now because it's just what I needed. But my aunt gave me I think it was like a $20, like $25, 99-cent store gift card. And if you're from LA or California, like the 99-cent store is like kind of like a step up from the Dollar Tree, I think, kind of. But anyway, it was enough to get me like toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, conditioner, just like all like my hygiene stuff that I needed. Like this was perfect. Not only was I able to buy what I needed, I was able to buy like 2 of what I needed so that it would at least get me through like the first month of me being there in Kansas. So listen, plane ticket paid for, hygiene essentials paid for. Not only that, y'all, that's not it. So my last Sunday service at my church before I moved, my pastor had announced that I was leaving and everything like that. And, of course, everybody gathered around me and prayed for me and stuff. Y'all, they blessed me with like a couple hundred, dollars. I don't remember. This was like 6 years ago. I don't remember how much it was now, but it was a couple hundred. And it was just such a blessing. And the Lord was like, this is where I'm sending you, and I'm going to make sure that she's taken care of. I didn't have to worry for one thing, y'all. There was not one thing that I wanted because everything was taken care of before I got there, y'all. And I can remember when I had told my family that I was moving and everything like that, someone in my family had said, I heard them talking about me on the phone. I'm not going to say who, but I heard them talking about me on the phone. And I heard them say, she's going there. She knows no one. She's never been there before. And it's not going to work out for her. And I thank God that I heard that, because although I wasn't as mature in my walk as I am now, I knew that that wasn't my Father talking. And that encouraged me more, knowing that this is God's plan for me. Not only that, y'all, when I was riding to the airport with my mom, bless her heart, she was trying to encourage me. And she said, this is your last chance, like you need to do right. And again, I paid no mind to that. I was just so in awe of how God had quickly came to my rescue and paid for every single thing that I needed. Y'all, this move was exactly what I needed. My young adult years were very tumultuous, very chaotic, very, very unsettling. Like, there were times where I would be locked out of the house. There are times where if I was tired from working, I wouldn't be able to go home and just go to sleep when I wanted to. There were times where I didn't have like enough money to go get food. I probably could have managed my money better, but for my little like side jobs and everything like that. But this move was just not about me like leaving an environment that wasn't healthy for me. This move was stability and comfort and safety for me. It really was. Like when I had finally got to my dorm room, like I had realized I have unlimited access to the caf. If I'm hungry, I can go and get food. I don't have to pay for anything out of my pocket. If I'm tired or sleepy, I have a key to my own warm dorm room that I can go and lay down whenever I want. I don't have to ask anybody or wait for anyone to come home. I can just go in. Like that was such a blessing to me. And I'm not sure, again, if this is your testimony or not, but just know that if you are in a similar situation, trust God and know that He will come through on your behalf. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. It doesn't have to take long. I want to say that too. It does not have to take long. It can be a matter of days, but your faith has to be there. But just know that He will take care of you. Let me tell y'all this. This is the last thing I want to tell you guys. So it was January, and I'm not sure if you guys know how FAFSA works and everything, like financial aid, but it was time for me to renew my financial aid. Listen, y'all, I renewed my financial aid and everything like that. Within maybe 2.5, 3 weeks or whatever, I got my financial aid as well. So, which was like a couple thousand in my pocket. Again, this is just God showing Himself and showing that He is a good Father, showing me that He was going to take care of me regardless. And that move till this day, Mid-America University, that is the university that I went to. Mid-America National University was the biggest blessing. It was such a safe haven for me. I learned so much. I grew so much. It was God. So let me tell you, if you are in a situation to where you look left, you look right, and you don't know where your help is coming from, look to the hills from which cometh your help, because all of your help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. All of your help comes from God. It's our faith. Our faith is the one that's the problem. It's not God. The same God that split the Red Sea, the same God that raised Jesus Christ from the dead, the same God that said that He would never leave you nor forsake you, the same God that says that He's not a man that shall lie, nor the son of man that should repent, that same God, He wants to be a good Father to you. He wants to be a good Father to you. He says in His word that He is waiting to bestow grace and mercy upon us. So if you really believe that He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, what makes you think that He won't take care of your little problem? I don't know what you need to do, whether you need to go on a fast, whether you need to turn your phone off, whether you need to turn social media off, whatever you have to do, you better get in His presence and you better worship like you know that He is the good Father that He is, and that He is going to supply your every need. I can't wait to hear your testimony. When God comes through in whichever way He decides to come through on your behalf, make sure you put it in the comments. Don't forget about me. I want to know. I want to hear your testimony. Why? Because just like you heard my testimony and it encouraged you, I want to hear yours so it can encourage me. Testimonies are so important. That's why it says, and they overcame Him by the blood and by the word of their testimony. We overcome by sharing each other's testimonies. So make sure you comment, make sure you send me some love in the comments, like and subscribe. Make sure you send me some feedback in the comments if this has blessed you, and see you later, y'all.